Greetings and welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube page. It's your boy LR himself, here to bring you another edition of my unboxing and review. As always, you already know what it is. Now, for those who know me, I'm a Star Wars fan first, always have been. I was born into the franchise, went to the original film in 1977 here at the East 5 Theater, saw New Hope, and I was hooked from day one. Obi Wan has always been my favorite character, which segues into the next thing here. We have right in front of me the deluxe version, MMS 478, 1/6 scale figure, Obi Wan from Revenge of the Sith. You already know what it is. I've been waiting for this for a minute, finally got it. So let's cut to the chase. As you can basically see here, the box details on it. I'm all about the detail and presentation. So as you see here, pretty decent, self-explanatory. We got the Star Wars logo. We got the Obi Wan Kenobi bandit logo. I like that basically now they're starting to do this now with all their figures, especially with the Star Wars figures. They have like a little graphics, just like a little attachable graphics card on the front of the box itself. It has the Obi-Wan, you know, in a dynamic pose here. Obi-Wan figure. Then it has, like I said, the Obi Wan Kenobi MMS 478 deluxe version display with the Star Wars logo. Up at the top, my right, probably your left, top right-hand corner would be the deluxe version logo. It actually, you know, gives you details what's exclusively, you know, given to you inside of the actual box, which is the baby Luke Skywalker hologram figure in light up table. So that is a special feature. Here you can actually see the Obi-Wan. Now, this is the Obi-Wan displayed prototype that we actually got when the figure was introduced. We'll get to that later because I know there was a little bit of a backlash on that. And, you know, I saw in some, you know, on a couple of the Instagram posts and YouTube posts, you know, customers were kind of, I mean, or, you know, just, you know, a lot of us were kind of like, you know, kind of disgruntled about it. You know, I have my, you know, little drawbacks, but we'll get to that later on. Let's just kind of, as a matter of fact, first off, let me just take off the plastic. I was just so excited to kind of get to this figure that I forgot to even take the plastic off of it. But, you know, that just says so much about where I'm at with this figure. So let's get that plastic off first. Here we go. There we go. Back in business. So, yep, here we go. The plastic's off of it now, but let's turn to the side. Again, you basically get that Obi-Wan graphic on the side here. I like how they've actually done that. On this side, again, it's just the logo name with the Star Wars logo. So the box pretty much is self-explanatory. This is what you normally would get with the actual Star Wars packaging that you get from Hot Toys. I love how they do certain things on the back. As you know, so always the logo warnings, all of the, you know, any like the subscriber information, people that were basically involved with the promoting the actual figure itself, movie accurate, movie masterpiece, of course, you know, owned by Disney, so they'll give you all that information. But enough is enough. Like I said, we'll just crack open that box real quick and see what's on the inside. And yeah, let's get to that figure. As we open up the box, you can see inside there's an actual sleeve here that actually covers up the eggshell. I like that. I like what they've actually done. Now, I was just wondering, I thought maybe they would actually do this on the back of the box, you know, like they've actually done with the Last Jedi packaging for their figures. But no, they just decided to go back to the old sleeve and inside the actual box, which, you know, it's acceptable. But yeah, I love it. Love the detail and everything that's actually on here. You know, you get a chance to basically see, again, the baby Luke. You know, up at the top left, you actually get a chance to see the display table, the graphics table, or the hologram table that has, you know, of course, Anakin leaning in front of the Emperor, you know, just kind of like swearing his allegiance. But yeah, I like that. I like the dynamic pose that we got. It's basically, you know, Obi-Wan's signature pose, 2 fingers out, letting him know like, yo, you don't want this, but it is what it is. Now, when we actually take the sleeve off, of course, we have everything here. Now, like I said, we're going to get that figure out in a minute, but, you know, we have majority of the accessories here. We have the display table, of course, the hologram table. We have the baby Luke here. We have both of the actual figures here, the hologram figures that we actually see of both Anakin and the Emperor. We have the batteries up here, and the batteries actually go into the arm that you see down here. It's the lightsaber arm. Normally, the lights that they actually use to light up that actual lightsaber. I normally put it in, sometimes I don't, because, you know, I don't normally have it lit up as much. But, you know, it is what it is. You have the lightsaber here, the single-bladed lightsaber here, you know, Obi-Wan's signature lightsaber hilt. And then you actually have the action blade version here with the action lightsaber blade that you have here. You have 6 sets in. You have actually all like 6 hands here, 3 left, 3 right, all having like their different action poses. 2 fisted hands, 2 open hands, 1 that actually holds the lightsaber hilt. Actually, I think it's 2 that hold the lightsaber hilt itself. And of course, you have Obi-Wan's signature. And then you have the pegs at the bottom here. Now I'm doing it. Normally I would pull out all the accessories now, which I'll probably do a bit later. But I just said, you know what? Let me just do them while they're in the box and we have it open, because I want to get to that figure most importantly. Like I told you, I'm an Obi-Wan fan. But yeah, we'll get to the figure. We'll get to the accessories a little bit later. But just wanted to crack it open so you can actually see what's in the eggshell. Not too much when it comes to like, you know, any other logos or any information that's actually on the box. You get what you get when you get that Star Wars box. It's, you know, just plain and simple until you open up to see what's on the inside. So, yep, a little bit of detail on that, but let's, you know, enough is enough. Again, let's pull out these accessories. Let's get the figure out, and we could just judge. We'll get to that head sculpt, that infamous head sculpt that a lot of people are pissed about. But, yeah, let's get it going. Okay, so we got the accessories out. I just wanted to kind of touch bases with them really quick. You know, basically, you know, thought maybe we needed to actually go through them in detail just to kind of give you an idea of what you can expect in the box itself. So we're going to keep it short and sweet. I'm going to start off first off with the miniature Luke Skywalker baby. Basically, this is when, you know, he was just a little tight. You want to decide what they call it. He was just a little child. This is basically when he was born at the very end of Revenge of the Sith. This is extremely, I'm gonna bring that up really close. This is extremely impressive. I mean, it's kind of creepy that it's that impressive. The detail on this baby is incredibly remarkable. I mean, and I'll bring it up to the camera a bit more, give you like a bit of focus in there. Like, look at that. Like, look at that baby. Like, it's, I mean, we're talking about baby Luke, a future Force user. Force is strong in the Skywalker blood. I like the cloak that they basically have wrapped around this baby here, or the baby Luke. This is incredible. The detail that they basically put into this design, yeah, I distinctly, I just think it's incredible. I love it. And it's really cool. It's like a cool feature that they basically added with this Obi-Wan figure, with the deluxe figure. So yeah, I mean, it's something that, you know, was nicely done. You know, I like the work there. Here we have, of course, the droid. We have the arm of a severed droid. These are the actual droids that, of course, we see Obi-Wan and Anakin face off in the very beginning of the movie in the hangar bay of General Grievous's ship. Yeah, I like the detail. I like the design. You have the droid's pistol itself, the droid blaster. And the detail that they actually have on the arm, I like basically where you can actually see where the blade itself sliced through the actual arm. The detail on that, the orange that they actually used to highlight, make it look like, you know, it was severed, and, you know, the, you know, by the lightsaber itself, you know. So it, yeah, I like that. I like the detail that they've actually added in the arm. Now, it is like a vinyl material, so it is bendable. It's not like a hard plastic, so, you know, be careful with that. You don't want to bend it too much and get it out of shape. The pistol itself is more like the hard plastic, so nice little detail that they actually have added on that. Yeah, like it. Another part of the actual, we got 2 parts of the droid. We have the severed body here, and again, nice touch with the you know, the blade slicing that actually you can see that happened around a droid, you know, where it, you know, has like that melted look, that orange melted look, where the blade, you know, pretty much cut through the droid itself. You can see all the gears and parts and everything that's actually in there. Nice little detail. So yeah, like, I mean, they, you know, they really went above and beyond for these droids. You know, and pretty much add the detail there to give you like a, you know, and especially if you give it like more of a dynamic pose, it's a nice little feature. You want to actually pay attention to it, you know, kind of gives you an idea of, you know, everything. One little piece that we have here, it's a little small piece, but this is Obi-Wan's communicator, as you can see. This is normally the communicator you would actually see him utilize when he's trying to, you know, talk to Anakin, or if he's reaching out to Commander Cody. This is basically the communicator that he actually uses. So that's a nice little touch. Again, we have another piece, the droid's severed head. And you can see basically with the blade sliced through. Yeah, I like that. I like the detail. And which I'm wondering if we're going to get a re-release on the actual droids from episodes 1, 2, and 3. Possibly. They haven't really actually made an announcement on that, but I don't see why they wouldn't. You know, they're actually putting a lot of emphasis on the prequel figures and stuff like that, so we may see that come out pretty soon. Here you have the, like I told you, you have the batteries here. These batteries are what you actually put in Obi-Wan's arm. You know, to, you know, that blade effect. This is what you'll basically see. You know, you put it inside the actual arm that has the lightsaber attached to it to give it that light up figure. The LED, and like I'm not going to actually use these right now. I'm not going to put them in the figure itself because, like I said, normally the LED, the light, isn't really that great. I felt as though they could do a little bit better, maybe double the light, or, you know, just make it stronger, or even put, like I've always said, like just put the LED inside of the actual blade. Like just figure out a way to do that, and, you know, give us a. I think it would give more detail, you know, if you put it inside the lightsaber. But yep. Now here, which is really interesting. Actually, before we get there, like I said, here's another piece. This is the actual, you know, the lightsaber blade itself. But this is more like the dynamic blade, like it actually, you know, like basically when it lights up, it gives the effect as if he's, you know, making a swing, or full contact with another blade, or slicing through a droid, or deflecting you know, blasters, or, you know, bolts from a blaster itself. So yeah, that's another piece that you can actually add. Here, last but not least, we have here the actual hologram stand. And if you can actually pay attention, I already have the figures on top of it. And these are basically the detailed holograms that you're going to actually see. I like the detail that they actually put in that. You can see a bit more detail on Anakin and his features. And even as small as it is, they put a lot of detail on that. The hair, the cloak, everything. Same with Emperor Palpatine. They put a lot of emphasis on the cloak, the face, the detail on the actual face itself. I don't know if you can see it that much. I'll try to give you some as much detail as I can with that. Yep, there we go. So again, you can see as much detail as you can in that. So yeah, pretty decent. I liked how they you know, focused on, you know, attention to detail. Presentation, like I said, is always a must. Now we have the actual hologram stand here. This takes AAA batteries, so just make sure you have those handy. It goes in the bottom here, so you just pretty much unscrew that, place the batteries in. You want to just post it back up in there, and then here's the on and off switch here. So you basically switch that on, and voila, you see basically the LED at the very top. Now, what you do here is you want to put the figures on top of the stand, and it gives you like that nice little number. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably turn this top light off a little bit so you can get an idea of what it looks like. You know, we can kind of zoom in as much as we can. So nice little, you know, ad. You can get probably more of an effect with that when the lights are basically out. But as you can see, yeah, I like that. I like the detail in the stand itself. I like how it looks. It gives you like an idea that, you know, There's an intense conversation. Anakin swearing his allegiance to the Emperor, you know, doing his bidding. You know what I would have liked to see, you know, and which I think would have probably been really dope as well, is that they decided to basically add like some of the Jedi fights that Anakin had within the temple with the, you know, a lot of Padawans when he was actually in there to slaughter, when he was sent to slaughter by the Emperor. It'd been nice to actually have a bit more of that. You know, a couple more holograms here. But again, nice touch. You know, they did what they could do with that. But yeah, these are all the accessories that actually come with the actual figure, the deluxe version. I like it, you know. I probably won't be using as much. I'll probably use the baby Luke more than I'll use pretty much everything else here. But yeah, this is basically what you get. The accessories. I didn't actually bring out the actual figure stand because I have this figure already out in a pose. I wanted to kind of get that ready for y'all. But yeah, this is what we got. And yeah, let's get to that figure. You already know what time it is. Let's get it going. Well, hello there. It's your boy, Obi Wan himself, Obi Wan Kenobi. Everybody who knows me knows that Obi Wan is my all-time favorite character after Vader. Vader has always been basically the most important to the cause. I've always been a Vader fan, but like I said, after Vader, of course, we have Obi Wan himself. Listen, Master Kenobi. I mean, what else can I say about this character? I mean, pretty much growing up, you know, everybody wanted to be like Luke. Me, always wanted to be as wise as Obi Wan Kenobi. You know, wise, cunning, smooth. You know, he was basically always that, you know, that character that wanted to think first, but if you get him in battle, it's over. Yes, Master Kenobi. I love the detail in this figure. I can't say it enough. From the design, just the fabric, the detail of the garb. I love it. I mean, you know, now here's the thing. And like I said, I've had this discussion with a few people. I've seen a lot of posts, a lot of people that were basically concerned about the detail of the head sculpt, the infamous head sculpt, as you can basically see. Now, let me actually take the cloak off because I want to bring this close. We're going to have like a little bit of a discussion on that. Now, I'm looking at the head sculpt itself. Okay. Let me bring this camera up. Let's bring that in a bit. Now, look at that. For me, I see Ewan McGregor. I see Obi-Wan. You know, at first, like I had my concerns. Let me just take this figure. I had my concerns about the head sculpt. I did. And I mean, you can just look at that. Look at that. I had my concerns because the prototype, of course, I think it was more detailed. The prototype pretty much is still flawless. I mean, it is what it is. I guess basically because of licensing and, you know, certain agreements that they actually have with Disney. I don't know what it might have been at that particular time. You know, but things change. With every head sculpt that we have gotten from Hot Toys, it's changed. It's been a slight modification, so I'm not mad at that. We still have, you know, Ewan McGregor's scowl. We just don't have all the wrinkles, like the, you know, like a little bit more of the wrinkles that were actually in his expression. We don't have that. I mean, but the detail in the hair is still there. Everything is still there. And there's certain points, you know, basically with lighting, you can get that. You can get Ewan McGregor. You can actually see him. So the detail in that. In the head sculpt, I must say, I had questions about it before, but you know, I'm cool with it. I'm good with it. Would I have rathered the prototype head sculpt? Yes, I think we all would. But for what I've got and what I paid for, I'm happy with it. It's not horrible. It's not horrible at all. I mean, it's fabulous. I mean, I love it. I love the detail in that. I love everything that I'm basically getting within this figure. So, I mean, I guess it's up for debate. Everybody has their opinions. I have mine, and you know, I'm sticking to it. I love the figure. I love what I basically got from this figure. I love the detail that we've gotten from it, and what, you know, Hot Toys is basically giving us. So I'm good with that. I'm pretty good. I like that. Otherwise, let's get back to the figure itself. Like I told you, the fabric, the detail, and the garb itself is amazing. The detail in, you know, what he's basically having on, like he has on. Look at that. I mean, that's vintage Obi Wan, all day, every day. I like the detail in the actual boots. I like to put that up there. You can see the detail of that. And it even has like a bit of weathering, like the leather weathering that you would actually see in the boots. Now, you know what? There's one thing that I'm kind of, I have to address this, because like I said, for me, it might be different for some, but for me, I always hear people complaining about the boots and the little tuck that we actually get there. Listen, I haven't owned a pair of boots yet that didn't wrinkle by the ankle itself. I haven't owned a pair of boots yet that haven't wrinkled. As a matter of fact, it looks more true to scale. It looks more, it looks realistic. You know, there's more realism in that. You know, I don't want anything that's going to be straight without a wrinkle. No, you get more wrinkle. And as a matter of fact, I was afraid that I wouldn't get the detail that I wanted as far as the movement of the ankle. I mean, look at that. The ankle pivot in this boot is amazing. I still get everything. The articulation in this figure is crazy. I didn't think we would get that much articulation in that, but it's amazing. I mean, and I'm not one to really harp on articulation much, but look at that. Look at that range of motion when it comes to the leg. It comes way up, extra far, you know, bends down. You get everything that you basically need out of this figure. Look at the hands, the details in the hands itself. I love it. I love that. I love basically what I got. I had to put the hand on to give it like a little bit of force push. I put the other blade here. I didn't put the actual arm on with the battery. Like I said, I'm just not going to do that. I mean, I did that with Kylo and just didn't get the satisfaction that I wanted. But yeah, I love this. I love everything that I've actually gotten and everything I expected from this figure. And I can't wait to pose him next to Anakin, which I will do. It's going to be more of like a dynamic type of battle scene. I'm going to recreate the battle scene, add some effects. So I'm going to do it up a bit. But this is amazing. I love the figure. I love everything about it. As you can see, I have the figure stand here. Now, I actually put the figure stand on from Mustafar. I put the actual the display from Mustafar on here. It does come with like this nice little sand detail. Now, I don't know if this is basically from you know, I don't know if this is basically from the deserts of Tatooine, or I'm not really sure where this is basically from or where they have it. But I knew I didn't want to use this. This isn't the one I wanted to actually use. I wanted to use the more, you know, this has grit. You know, if I was actually posing, or if I used the Anakin baby with Obi Wan, then yes, this would probably be the display I would use. But in this case, I'm not going to use that. But yeah, look at this. I mean, it's amazing. I love it. I love everything about this figure. I love what I'm getting. The quality. I get what I paid for, and I'm happy. I can't say enough. That's it. I mean, that's basically all I got for y'all, to tell you the truth. I'm happy with the figure. Like I said, I'm a Star Wars fan at heart. Always will be. I'm a Star Wars fan before I'm a Marvel fan. Everybody who knows me, and like I said, this is the 1/6 scale man channel, YouTube channel. You see the logo, it's a Jedi logo. That's just me all day. The Black Jedi himself, Mr. LR. And most definitely, if you love this video, if you like any of the videos that I actually post up with all unboxing and reviews, hit the like button and share, subscribe and prepare for my next video. And let's just keep this movement going. Like I said, this is the home for pop culture, collectibles, you name it. We'll get it going. Eventually, I'm actually going to get into reviewing a lot of movies. I'm going to step basically in front of the camera instead of behind the camera. We'll get to that later on. I have my podcast up and running a little bit, you know, soon. But yeah, like I said, for what I got from Hot Toys, they don't do me wrong. Now again, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put I collect all my figures I actually purchased from Sideshow. They have never done me wrong. So usually, like I said, I just link up with them. They'll send me the actual figures. I don't go from through anybody else. I don't go through any type of third parties or people who might actually have the inside on whatever. I can wait. I'm patient enough to wait. I get the figure from them. They've done me well since I've started collecting with Sideshow. I'll put the link at the bottom of this video so you know actually where to collect it from. And yeah, like I really love this. From the Star Wars line, I have Princess Leia coming. We're basically getting a plethora of different figures. I mean, guess when we get the Rise of Skywalker, I can't wait to see basically what figures are coming with that. Director Krennic will actually have that. I'm actually collecting the new Darth Maul to be coming in October, hopefully, with his speeder. I can't wait for that. Also, oh man, I forgot about Count Dooku. That will be coming this summer. I can't wait for that figure as well. So yo, this is for all collectors. Let's unite. Let's just make this a happy experience. Again, I'm out. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button and prepare for my next one. We out. Peace.